Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays Beorning, and we are here at the Argonath, our next stopping place out during our journey downriver. And that means we are getting into the lands of Rohan, and technically that's an old border of Gondor, but you won't meet too many Gondorians down this way these days. You're more likely to run into Rohirrim. And of course we've got Horan here, and Nona, and this dwarf, and it looks like a Rohirrim guard. Hello, Gorn.
They are not my kings, but there is still something majestic about the twin statues.
There's something majestic about the twin statues of the Argonath. Many songs have been sung about the men on whose likeness they are carved, and I know most of them by heart. I will not sing them now. There is too much we have to do now. Alright?
Friends of yours came this way. Friends bearing a burden of some malice.
As you see here, now we finally get into level 76 quests, which I computed that a little bit on the premature side. Alright. Now, we spoke of a great many things on the boat, and I do not begrudge you for speaking in generalities, but you told me enough for me to know that your errand is important. Friends of yours came this way, friends bearing a burden of some malice. Whatever they carried, it was sought by orcs, and perhaps others as well. We need to find what happened to these friends of yours, and if their burden has been lost. Yes, this man saw our boat drifting down the river and hailed us from the shore. His name is Framric, and he has come to this party of Rohirrim from the wold. I would have us help these people if you would desire our help. But first, we must prepare for our own camp, speak with Nona and Cordoran for their thoughts, and then collect sticks for the fire. I will do the same. Yes, yeah, I believe you. Of course you will. Yeah, alright. So we need to speak with Nona.
I do not trust this Framric, but Horn wants us to help him.
Yeah, I do not like the way he looks at me from out of his eyes earlier. If he is not careful, I will teach him the ways of the people with Wadu's sword. But Horn wants us to help him. I do not understand his loyalty to the horse lords. They cast him out. He would hate them for that. I will not impose my beliefs on him, but I do not understand him. Well, alright. Well, okay, Cordon, what do you think?
The Lady Galadriel entrusted me with knowledge of our true mission.
Yes, you spoke in general terms on the boat with Horn and Nona, and I know why we are really here, Pineclaw. The Lady Galadriel trusted me with the knowledge. I will not betray that trust. While we are here at the East Wall, I think it is fine for us to help Framric's people. That is clearly what Horn desires. But we must also keep alert for signs of our mutual friends. They came to this land, that we know. What happened to them? That is a mystery, and it is one that we must find the answer to and help them if we can. But first, Horn is right. We need to gather sticks and make a campfire, or we will have a cold night. Alright, so let us get some sticks for the fire. And there are some sticks around here somewhere. And we'll also run into an occasional Uruk, like this one. Hello. Care to fight? Yeah, alright. There you go. How's that? Alright, now let's see. Any more Uruks around here that want to get in my way? Oh, first of all, let's worry about our main mission, and that is to get some fallen sticks. Some nice and dry fallen sticks, of course, because you wouldn't want wet, soggy sticks. At least not if you're building a fire. There might be other purposes for wet, soggy sticks. And, of course, sticks that are, I guess, in moist, but not necessarily too wet or too dry, I guess, would also have their purposes. But for a fire, you want nice dry ones. Alright, there we go. Hey, Archer! Looking for intruders? No, the quest is level 76, but the Archer's level 77, so keep that in mind. Whack, right? And I also need to keep an eye out for scholar goods. Yes, we are finally in a region where they are bumping up in tier. Because we've been going through Dunland all that time, the Great River, and disarming Uruks. You get down here, we're still fighting Uruks. Alright, now we're not going to run into too many Dunlandings around here. That's the one thing that we'll be doing. Of course, we'll get Easterlings instead. Alright. Alright, well, looks like we just got enough in order to knock them down. Just enough. Alright, now we've got... What I really want, though, is one more set of sticks. Oh, sticky! Yeah. Wait, you mean just give me a big blob saying, it is here around here, somewhere? Yeah, right? It says I'm right around where it should be. Oh, finally. Finally. Alright, sticks. Ha! Kind of before that archer saw me. Alright. Well, now, let's get rid of this poison. We don't like poison. Poison is nasty. It gets all stuck in your fur. Alright. And we don't want to do we? Alright, there you go. Good. That is that. Now, let's head back and speak with our friends over here. Alright, Horn, here are some sticks.
You found some. Good. Now remove the supplies from the boat.
Good. I will combine these with the ones known in Kurd and have found, and we will have a decent campfire. Will you remove the supplies from the boat so that we can assess what we have left? Alright, and let's gather some supplies. This is a rather strange one in that it's a quest that finishes up at the boat. Alright, now I've got choices here of some various types of food. Now you get some superior apple and cheese pies, alright, along with some, I guess it depends on how many boosts. Wait a minute, what do I got here? Beorning Great Axe of the Third Age, minimum level 77. Ooh, well, it looks like it's back to two-handed axes, because I think this is where we have a major jump in the weapons here. Because it goes from 107, 130. Well, it's hard to gauge when you're comparing a one-handed versus a two-handed weapon, but there tend to be major jumps in the abilities of weapons and like going from 75 to 76. So I do have to jump to a new weapon as quickly as possible. Alright, so I wanted to check run speed boost. That's right. Yeah, I still got a few around here, so therefore maybe the coffee won't be all that essential. Vitality and critical defense. And what type of food do I have on? You know, the stuff that I keep on forgetting to use. You've heard of stuff that's things like that. I'm sure you've heard of that. Well, I'll just get the coffee. At least that will always be good no matter what. Alright, now there are enough supplies for a short stay, and you divide amongst the rest of the companions. And let's go for reading the signs. Okay,
Parthgalen may be a good place to begin our search.
yes, I think it's good to help Fenric while we can, but always keep your eyes open for real reasons we are here. As you pass southward through the woods of the east wall, remain alert for a grassy lawn along the Anduin. The peaceful place is called Parthgalen, and it may be a good place to begin our search. Alright, so go to Parthgalen, okay, and in case you wonder, that is, because here's the Argonath, here's this lake that you enter at the Argonath, and way down here is Parthgalan, just before the Falls of Rorus. You'd say, well, why start at the bottom instead of the top? Well, I guess we figure that the company, if they're going to disembark to make their decision, would have to come down at Parthgalan because that's as far south as they can go. And we're making the assumption that they did that. And besides, in the mirror, I saw a bit of a lawn area and all that stuff, so we could assume that whatever I saw in the mirror is like what's at Parthgalan. That's the assumption there, at least. Alright, I'll have to redo my inventory at some point. And who knows, maybe even acquire a bow? Haha, what a thought. Alright, okay, Framerick, what would you like?
I need your help if you can aid me.
I am Fremric, a man of Rohan, proud and true, and I need your help. Orcs have crossed the river, and now they swarm throughout the land, all throughout the east wall and my homeland. I came south from the wold with a party of some 30 riders to investigate what could have drawn the orcs across the great river. When they arrived, their force was even larger than we expected, and they were set upon. We drove them away, but suffered many losses, and our camp was in disarray. My people could use your help to restore the camp and make safe the border of Rohan. Go to the southwest near the passage of the Northcross. Make their presence known to my brothers if you would wish to aid us. Alright. So, in other words, there are guards here who are trying to secure the borders. And let us, well, I was going to see the best way of getting through there without getting any orcs or urks or anything like that around, but I guess we might as well go after a couple of them. Alright, rather than rearm myself, I'll just claw him to death. At least that's one advantage of playing a Beorning, is that if you've got some wrath and they manage to disarm you, well, there's always the plan B of doing it, shall we say, with claws instead of arms. And let us... Oh, more Uruks. Yes, there are going to be Uruks all over the place around here. That's the one thing that we get all throughout the Eastment. And also all throughout, especially in this area. And of course, you can also have your occasional orc there and here and there. All sorts of fun things. Alright, let's see what's down this way. So now we're out down here to the road. And come along here. Now the epic story right now is at 76. I think it's going to remain at 76 even in the next area. So there is no real powerful reason to level up at this point. I think the Wold is 76, and in fact, you could just, if it weren't for the epic storyline, you could just jump into the Wold if you're doing the landscape area, since that's the easiest place to get into if you're not on the epic line. So you do the Wold 70. Actually, you got 10 levels to get, so it doesn't. So if you get to 77, it's not a major problem, since you got to be 76 in the Wold. You probably want to be 79 before getting up to the Norcrofts. About 80, 81, yeah, because you've got to get all the way up to 85. If you get only up to 84, then there's always doing Hootbold, which we'll probably have to do a little bit of that before we finish up. So we'll probably have to do quite a bit of the stuff in Rohan. It's not one that you can just skip like the last few areas, because we were pretty quickly getting up there. Orc Slayer of the east of it. Just in case being an Uruk Slayer wasn't enough. No, they didn't combine them. They put them as separate. At... Ooh. Is that the Rohirric camp, or is that the Orc camp? That's Mansig's camp. And now I actually have to be able to get in the site that has a aperture for me? Yes, hello. Now the orc searchers are for different quests. You don't want to get rid of all of them before you do that quest. Nope, not in any way whatsoever. But let's head this way. But anyway, it's a good place to get our stable master, because we will be needing to come back here later on. So, alright. So here we go. Talk to the stable master.
What brings you to these lands?
And what else have we got? Oh, yes, a milestone. We would like to have a milestone in this area. Oh, we don't need to get back to Parth Calibrant, so there we go. Now we could speak with this guard, who's already let us pass apparently, but now he will let us pass, right? Officially.
You're here to help? Thank the Hammerhand for that.
We can use every pair of strong arms we can get. We rode from Harwick with enough men and horses to investigate the troubling reports of orc activity in the East Wall, but we were not prepared for what we found. As we began pitching our tents and unloading the supplies, we were set upon by a contingent of orcs. The battle was made with a fiercer by the sudden joining, and though we drove off the enemy for a time, we suffered many losses. Ask me anything, and I will tell you, but if you have a moment, could you see to the comfort of our wounded? Alright, I could do that. Hello? Are you okay? Well, I suppose it won't be good for me to go into bear form and try. Hey, how they like, hey, I'm being treated by a bear. Yeah, I don't think that will work out very well. And, oh, yeah, he really needs help. Alright, there we go. How's that?
You will find work here, if you seek it.
Yeah, thank you, Pineclaw. Many of those men will need to be borne back to Harwick to rest for their injuries, but until we can return to the east, to the Wold, we must do what we can for them. Ask me any questions you like, and I'll answer them the best I may. You will find work here if you seek it. We must recover from the orcs' attack and regain the initiative if we are to succeed in our errand. Alright, and what do they have for us to do? We will find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Beorning.